Howdy you, howdy do. This is another video, a little peaceful time-lapse painting video. I'm Alex Eyecough, also known as eyecough, and we're doing a series of tree face paintings. If you have been subscribed to me, you might have seen a lot of my reels lately containing these time-lapse sketches. I do daily drawings. It's how I start my day in my little sketchbook, and I usually just doodle something. It's not a complete detailed drawing, just some daily sketches to get my mind waking up and get creative so I can kind of start my day with a creative session. It starts me off on the right foot, and it feels good, to have a little creativity under the belt at the top of the morning. And lately I've been doing these tree faces. You can kind of see right now that this is a tree trunk and it looks like a nose, and I kind of build a face around that shape. So it's a concept I've been playing around with the past couple years, and I like it because it kind of combines my two favorite things to draw and paint, those being trees and faces. I really like drawing faces. It's a way to get some expression, some emotion in my art. It helps me express moods that I might be going through, and I thought this was a kind of clever combo. It's basically like a portrait and a landscape in one. Obviously I like it because I paint it and draw it all the time. I just think it's kind of clever. It's not that it hasn't been done before. It's not 100% original, but I think the way I do it is pretty original. So, yeah, I think it's worth doing over and over and over again, obviously. We have about 5 paintings throughout this video that you'll see me do. Something I want to point out is something new that I've been experimenting with in this series in particular. This is the first time that I've been experimenting with an underpainting. So if you notice, each of these paintings starts out with an orange base coat. I just painted each canvas from raw to orange color, just like taking away the white and making it orange. And I've seen a lot of people do this. I've seen a lot of artists do an underpainting of different colors, and I've seen the orange color used a lot, especially with oil painters. I've seen a lot of plein air oil painters use this orange underpainting, and I always thought it looked really cool, especially whenever they would just leave little tiny hints of that orange peering through in the final piece. So I tried to cultivate that in these pieces of art, and I think that it looks really special, especially this one right here, this third piece. You kind of see those just little pops of orange coming through, and you'll see what I mean in the final images that I will show you at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. I'm using my regular technique in most of my acrylic paintings. I start from dark to light, and I'm just sculpting with light. Actually, in a lot of these, I'm doing kind of a mid-tone first. You'll see me use these mid-tones, and then I'll come in with a slightly darker tone to shape and kind of draw out my image and just refine the shapes that I started with after I went in with these mid-tones. I still think I'm doing mostly dark to light. You see I'm adding some highlights here after the initial dark tone, and then I'm going back to an even deeper still tone. But for the most part, it's working dark to light and using my technique of sculpting with light, adding highlights to define the forms further and further. This particular piece, I did a different bark texture than I typically do. I was getting a little more detailed, getting a little more sharp edges than I typically do. Most of the time it's a little softer than this, but this time it kind of ended up being a little sharper, and I think that's just because I had a bigger trunk of the tree to work with, and I wanted to play around with some different textures, different details. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this so far, this video. If you are, consider subscribing, giving me a like. If you like what I'm doing, these are the best ways to support me for free. You don't have to pay anything. It's free to stay tuned and keep it locked on my channel so you know when I'm posting content. You know, it really helps me. It helps me be shown to a wider audience. Not that I'm not grateful for the audience I have. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. It means the world to have your support and to have you viewing what I put out. You know, I'm going to be painting anyway, but it definitely is encouraging to know that people are following my journey and staying tuned into what I'm creating on a regular basis. And there's much more to come, folks. So you won't be sorry if you subscribe, and you know, consider sharing. If you really like my work and you think your friends would like the work as well, then sharing is a great way to support me and my art. So this is the final piece of each of these 5, the final picks. Thanks for sticking around through the whole process of this video. I hope you liked it. Let me know which one's your favorite, 1 through 5. And, you know, stay tuned, because like I said, we got more to come. And here's just a little sneak peek of some more from this series. I'll have another video of these bottom 3 coming out very soon. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.